Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late May, early June 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Cancerians. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Shuffle it up one time, see what we have for you. My guides, talk to me. And yeah, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock. Let's see what we have for Cancer, please, and thank you. Guys, nice and quick. There it is. Okay, yeah. I mean, I like this card. I always find it interesting. I think the imagery is actually kind of funny. The lady with a tree growing out of her damn head. But let's talk about it. We will in a moment. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. So we see the lady, she has the tree growing out of her head. There's fruits on the tree. So to me, this does actually speak about an active mind, but good ideas. A very fruitful mind, fruitful ideas. So sure, you might be daydreaming a little more than usual or thinking about things, but that is the soil from which good ideas grow. You might be having good eureka moments. You might be extra creative. This isn't uncommon in water sign readings to see the active imagination and creativity. There's books in this as well, so you might be wanting to absorb knowledge. Just anything of the mental faculties is extra good for the Cancerian collective in this time. So if you have good ideas, write them down, whether they're business ideas, maybe you're wanting to do some art, some music, whatever it might be. It's all here, and it's nice. For a portion of you, like, yeah, if you're overthinking or your mind's going, like, Spirit could be asking you to really keep your mind busy in some sort of way, or let it out creatively. Let's get into tarot. I always say the first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But let's see what we have for you here. Let's get you these three cards before we get the juicy, intuitive stuff going. Shuffle it up here for Cancer, please. And guides, what do we got from our Cancerians? So, last week's reading, it was titled A Serious Situation. So I'm hoping a lot of Cancerians haven't been dealing with serious things. I know for like weeks now, out of all the zodiac signs, the Cancerians have been having a lot of ups and downs, lots of challenges. So if you have been, I mean, you have my empathy, my friends, but life is all about the challenges to get the rewards, right? Let's get you three cards out here. As I always say, the energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your energy or somebody else's. Let's get these cards out. Three for Cancer, please. I mean, we are getting very close to Cancer season, right? It's almost your birthday. All right, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, could be something connected to work, showing up front and center. We'll have to talk about it. Once again, very creative, artisanal, just like that very first card we had. I like the Eight of Pentacles. It's one of my favorite cards. Someone might be a very busy bee when that card shows up. All right, yeah, we're looking decent so far. We have the Queen of Cups. That's a card that could represent you. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, or anything in between. That's a very beautiful type of energy normally. We also have the Empress. There's a beautiful connection to divine feminine energy in this week's reading. So we're really going to want to speak about this. Beautiful vibes so far. Okay, I don't want to get too carried away just yet, but let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get that juicy, intuitive stuff going. Now, when I look down here at first glance, what I notice is that we have a lot of earth energy on the extreme ends. We also have water. I like to look at how elements work with each other. So when we have earth and water, that could be very beautiful. That could be abundance and blessings of various different kinds. So let's work through one by one. Big divine feminine connections here as well. But position number one, we have the Eight of Pentacles. You see this person, they're very diligent, right? It looks like they're working away. When I see this, it's a card of artisans. It's a card of somebody trying to perfect something, working hard, working diligently. So there could be something you're really wanting to work hard towards or work for. When we get a lot of earth energy, you might be really preoccupied on work, on money. You might be in pentacle mode, right? Business mode, get down to it. Let's get that money. That's a big vibe with this card. But I think of a very solid work ethic when we have this. You might be busy. You might be doing a lot of things. Or in my simplistic style, when we clarify this, it could just show us something relating to work or what you do for money. Usually good, okay? Especially with the surrounding cards, we're looking nice. In its rougher sense, it could also represent someone who's always busy or a workaholic as well. We're not going to fully go that route though. In position number 2, we have the Queen of Cups. Now, in my style, that could represent a water sign, specifically the Cancerians. You see this? It's beautiful. Now, when we clarify it, it could be something coming towards you, a way you could be feeling. What are some other archetypes we think of with the Queen of Cups? The prototypical mother figure, so mothers, grandmothers, stuff like that. She is a very abundant card, super creative, thoughtful, emotional. She shows up in love readings a lot too, so it could speak about romance and love. The one, I won't even say downside, let's call it a challenge of the Queen of Cups, is that she can feel things very intensely, is a good shoulder to lean on, but is not super expressive of those emotions. So for some of you, you might be feeling something very strong, but you're not expressing it for whatever reason. Super tapped in type of energy. So we're going to want to explore this one for sure, especially between these two other cards. The Queen of Cups might be super important in this week's reading. Now, as we press further, we have the beautiful goddess, Empress. She is Venus type of energy, so it could connect to a Taurus. Some people even connect this to Libra, earth signs, stuff like that. When we see her, we think of nature. Once again, mothers, motherhood, fertility, abundance, blessings, and this is that big connection to the natural world as well. So either that's something you're thirsting for or need to reset your energy is get out in some nature. But when we see her, we just think of the blessings of the universe, right? Just that overflowing, beautiful abundance. And so far, like there might be some reward, especially if you're working diligently towards something. This could be very, very good. Now, a challenge that shows up with the Empress, because all cards have little challenges. It could be someone that's a little set in their ways, a little stubborn. For some of you, you might be feeling, I don't want to use the word claustrophobic, but she could like blanket someone too much here, like be a little too much. So you might be feeling cornered in some type of way. And in the worst case, the Empress could just be set in her ways, stubborn type of energy. But I don't always default to the challenge. I like to keep it optimistic. So we're looking okay so far, Cancer. So with all that being said, I want to dive deeper. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here and reset this deck for you. What do we got for Cancer, please? My guides and spirit team. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 8 of Pentacles here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Cancer, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, 8 of Pentacles time. Why is this 8 of Pentacles here for my friends? Thank you. Hanged Man in reverse. Okay, you might feel like it's time to get something moving, get down to work. Okay, interesting. For a portion of you, you might be connected to a Scorpio or even a Virgo when the Hanged Man shows up. But the fact that it's in reverse is like an action. Like, let's get this going. Let's get this moving. For a lot of Cancerians, there could be something or various things lighting a fire underneath you. So to me, this is someone jumping into action, making a big move. For a portion of you, yeah, maybe it's connected to work. Maybe you're like, all right, I'm going to work extra hard and save this up. For some of you, might be wanting to switch up your work situation. But the Hanged Man in reverse to me is like, all right, the time for thinking is over. The time for thought and plan, that's done. No more analysis. Let's get this going. Let's go. So there could be various big actions that you're planning or jumping into. Okay. And it could be very prosperous as we move throughout the rest of this reading. Okay. Because we're starting with double action here. So I'm liking this. Either you might be super motivated, like I said, or you're just ready to get something going. Like, let's get it going. Let's get it popping. Let's do this. We're going to move in on that Queen of Cups. And if I were you, if that's something you're feeling, if you're extra motivated, I would capitalize on it while the getting's good, right? Because as humans, we're not always super motivated, right? So let's see what's going on with that Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups here for my Cancers, please? Thank you. All right, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this is another card that's connected to work. Okay. Yeah, so these type of topics, earthly abundance, work things, they could really be taking up a big part of your mind or your daily tasks. The Three of Pentacles in reverse can speak about you being a little untrusting of a group situation or group dynamic. For a portion of you, you might just be really thirsting for some sort of independence. Like, listen, I don't feel like I need a team for this. Like, I can accomplish this. I could get this going. So for some of you, this could be very good. Spirit telling you, like, hey, you got this. You could do this. You could make it happen. The Three of Pentacles in reverse can sometimes represent somebody that doesn't work well together with others, someone who works better solo for whatever reason. So whether that is like a work from home deal or just doing tasks, being left to their own devices, that's like a vibe I'm picking up here. For another portion of you, I would say like try to avoid any group drama, group situations as well, because this could be a little warning about that. But once again, we're getting an overabundance of this earthy energy. So your focus could be really on those pentacles in this time. But I just want to reiterate that this message in the center is Spirit saying like, you got this. Yes, a little help is needed from time to time, but it bodes well for the overall energy of the reading. I'll say that. Okay, believe in yourself, like self-confidence. It's really nice. So let's go in on that Empress. Then we'll do a quick recap of the whole spread before we get into the shadow card. So why is this Empress here from the Cancerians, please? Thank you. I mean, it's getting better and better and better, more earthy energy. We have the Page of Pentacles underneath this Empress. This could be some sort of like really good, exciting news or something really good coming in that is super new. When I see pages, I do think of the new. Big connection to earth sign energy as well with the Page of Pentacles, but this is the messenger, right? It's a talker, it's a communicator. So when we get this page offering that pentacle, to me, that's someone delivering really good news. For a lot of you, I would claim this energy on the back end because there could be some sort of like really big, massive win victory or blessing. And I'm getting the blessing vibe a little more, like Spirit throwing you a bone, which would be really nice. If you're moving into a new cycle, whether it is new work, whether it is a new venture, whatever it might be, new is very, very good. Okay, that's one thing I will say here. And for some of you, it could just be exciting news. Cancer, this is one of the best readings I've done for you in quite a while. So I would absolutely claim these energies for sure. Try to fix these cards. Let's go through and do a quick little recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. Interesting how this all plays out. We have a ton of earthy energy. So for a lot of Cancerians, your minds might be on the Pentacles, the home, the monetary stuff like that. But in position number one, we have the Eight of Pentacles with the Hanged Man in reverse. It's time to get rocking. It's time for action. Let's go. Let's do this. Big motivational type of energy here too, which is really nice. So you might get a nice burst of inspiration or want to do something like, let's make it happen. Moving to the center, we have the Queen of Cups with the Three of Pentacles here. To me, I did say watch out for any like group drama, group dynamics. For some of you, you might just work better solitary, whether it's like your own business ventures, work from home, whatever it might be. It's like someone that works well on their own. But another thing I got here was Spirit encouraging, saying like, listen, you got this. You have what it takes. Continue pushing, continue moving. You don't need help, accept it if you need it, but like you got this. You're more powerful than you think. Moving to the very back end, we have the Empress with the Page of Pentacles in the upright. Beautiful. For a lot of you, you could receive some exciting news when this shows up. For a portion of you, this could be a massive blessing of some sort coming into your life that comes in very soon. Also wins and victories of different kinds, but we have a lot of material energy here. I'm just feeling the blessings all over the place, so I would claim these, Cancer. Even if you're going through a rough time right now, things could get into ship shape here. So let's get into the shadow card. Please take a screenshot of that if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows for you, Cancer. One card here just to finish this reading off nice and smooth, please, you guys. What's in the shadows for my friends? And I'm using the Shadowland Tarot. It's an awesome deck for this purpose. I like doing this little introspection at the very end. So what's in the shadows? Whether it's within yourself or something you don't quite see, it's always a nice thing to take a look at, in my opinion. All right, Two of Pentacles balancing. For some of you, you might just have so much going on within yourself and within your life that it's hard to balance it all. that's a big thing when we have the Two of Pentacles. And I'm not surprised that we have more of this earthy energy showing up in the shadows as well. There's just such a big focus on all those archetypes. Now, the Two of Pentacles to me is usually very harmonious and balanced. So this is Spirit possibly asking why the Cancerians to find a good middle ground, okay? Whether it is emotionally, and I know as human beings, we get hot and cold sometimes. Sometimes we don't want to do nothing. Sometimes we want to do everything. Sometimes we're super happy. Sometimes we're sad, so on and so forth. But this could be Spirit asking you to find the middle path, okay? Like try to balance things out and divvy your energy up as necessary. This isn't a bad card. It is a card of good, harmonious things, but it's all about finding that balance, okay? Whether it's within your life or within yourself. So for really beautiful reading this week, Cancer. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. For the May subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 boxes of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. This is an awesome deck. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one spoke to you the most. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I will announce the winners in my community tab at random. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.